Crystal here. I'm going to show you how I apply my Jamberry nail wraps, how quick and easy it can be. So, for those of you who are, intimidated by these wraps laying around and you're like, oh, I have no idea what to do, watch my video. It is so easy, okay? I like to follow the I call it instructions for dummies, but super simple instructions, and I'm going to follow along. So finding the fit is number 1 on my list here. Basically, you just want to find a wrap that is not too wide for your nail. If anything, have it be slightly smaller than your nail bed so that it forms a nice seal along the edges. So I already know from experience that my nails go pinky, pointer, ring, middle. My middle I have to trim down ever so slightly. Just follow the curve and take a sliver off the side. Otherwise it's a little too big. And then my thumb fits on that number 5 right there. If your nails don't seem to line up perfectly with the first 5, no big deal. You might have wider nail beds where you can jump a size, go up here, maybe your middle finger is up here somewhere. So that's finding the fit. It's really important to not have wraps that are too big. Okay, so number 2 on my list is buff. So this is important because basically you're just going to rough up the surface of your nail a little bit, giving the wrap a nice surface to adhere to. So you can just take your buffer, and we're just going to do the one nail for the video. So just buff the nail all around on the edges like that. Number 3 is pushing back cuticles. Now before I made this video, I actually gave myself a nice little at-home manicure where I used our cuticle remover gel and a metal cuticle pusher where I scraped back my cuticle. But right now, just because that was several hours ago, I'm going to go ahead and just use my orange wood stick to push back my cuticle and make sure that that's out of the way for the wrap to go on. Number 4 is clean. Now with this step, I use these little alcohol packets. You can get them at Target or anywhere really. Rubbing alcohol works fine. Otherwise, another alternative is white vinegar. White vinegar works great to dehydrate the nail as well. So clean, you just wipe your nail with the white vinegar or the rubbing alcohol like that. Number 5 says peel and heat. Okay, so we've already sized up our, we know which one we're going to put on, and I'm going to change my mind a little bit. I've got some plain red accent nails I'm going to go with here. So, like I said, the second wrap there is the one that I always use for my pointer. So I just cut this much off here. When I peel it, I want to make sure that I'm not touching the adhesive. So I don't touch this part that's going to go on my nail. I just touch the very tippy corner here. Now if you wanted to, you could use like a tweezers or maybe the corner of your little orange wood stick. That way you'll make sure that you're not touching the adhesive, but I just know that I'm very careful and I like to touch just the little corner that I'm going to actually shave off anyways. So now, peel and heat. Heat, this is our mini heater. It's totally silent, so it's really nice and quiet and convenient. I heat my wrap in front of the heater for about 3 to 5 seconds. I see it, when it starts to get warm, it curls ever so slightly, and that kind of signifies to me that it's ready to go. So then, let's see if I can get a good angle here. I line it up as best as I can. This is hard to do in front of the camera, but it's okay to lift it up and try again a few times if you need to. Once you kind of think that you've got it in place, I like to heat it again because it took me a few tries to get it lined up properly. So I heat it, and when it's warm, it's going to soften and mold to the curve of your nail, right? So now that it's warm, and it feels warm, I apply pressure. Also, using the rubber cuticle pusher, apply pressure from the bottom to the top, and again, from the middle to the sides, on both sides. And then sort of coming around like this. Okay. you'll see that there is a tiny sliver of nail showing on the side. That is okay. Nobody's going to notice. They're just going to see my awesome, beautiful red nails. They're like ruby red slippers. So I like to heat that nail again while it's on and just apply pressure one more time. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my little cuticle scissors and holding my finger up this way so I can see where I'm cutting, I just cut the extra wrap off the top of my nail. Like that. Okay. I apply pressure to the tip because now we're about to file. Number 7, trim and file. So we just trimmed the excess so that it's out of the way. Got my Jamberry file here. While we file, make sure that you're only going in a downward motion like this. You don't want to go up and down or side to side. That wrap is still kind of warm and pliable where you don't want to tug at the actual vinyl. So in a downward motion, that'll keep that wrap right where it's supposed to be. But when you do that, you might have seen a little fruit fly, that the wrap, the little schniblet kind of fell right off the tip. So there we go. Let's see, what's next? Heat again. All of these instructions are right on the back of every sheet of nail wraps. So don't worry if you don't have my instructions for dummies. On the back of every sheet, you'll find the full instructions. So when it's warm, again, apply pressure using your finger, as well as the rubber end of the cuticle pusher. Smooth out any wrinkles. I mean, this looks awesome. I just love this ruby red color. And apply pressure again, heat again, 8 and 9, and number 10, show off your nail. So it's that simple. And you know, when I do a full set of nails, I usually do like step 1 on all 10 nails, step 2 on all 10 nails, and I can have my full set done in about 12 to 15 minutes flat. So it's that easy. I hope you guys give it a try and let me know if you have any hiccups or concerns. Thanks for watching.